Oliver Pine was an ordinary boy with an extraordinary imagination. He lived in a small, quiet town where nothing exciting ever seemed to happen. One sunny afternoon, while exploring his grandmother's attic, Oliver stumbled upon a dusty, old teacup. It was intricately designed with swirling patterns and tiny clock faces that seemed to almost move if you looked at them long enough. As curious as a cat, Oliver decided to take the teacup downstairs to show his grandmother. "Granny, look what I found," he exclaimed, holding the teacup up like a treasure. Granny's eyes widened with recognition. "Oh my Oliver, that's no ordinary teacup. It's been in our family for generations. They say it has magical powers," she said with a twinkle in her eye. Intrigued, Oliver asked, "What kind of powers?" Granny leaned in close and whispered, "It's a time-traveling teacup. Legend says that if you pour a cup of tea into it and make a wish, it can take you to any time and place." Oliver's eyes grew as wide as saucers. That night, after dinner, Oliver carefully brewed a cup of tea and poured it into the magical teacup. His mind raced with possibilities. "I wish to go back to the time of the dinosaurs," he said confidently. Instantly, the room began to spin, and Oliver felt a strange, tingling sensation. When he opened his eyes, he found himself in a lush, prehistoric jungle. Giant ferns towered over him, and the distant roars of dinosaurs echoed through the air. Oliver's heart pounded with excitement and a bit of fear. Suddenly, a baby triceratops emerged from the bushes, looking as curious as Oliver felt. The two quickly became friends, and Oliver named him Tiny. They spent the day exploring, with Tiny showing Oliver all the best spots to find delicious prehistoric fruit. Just as the sun began to set, Oliver realized he needed to return home. He pulled out the magical teacup and wished to go back to his own time. The room spun again, and in a blink, he was back in his grandmother's living room. Over the next few weeks, Oliver couldn't stop thinking about his adventure. He decided to try the teacup again, this time wishing to visit ancient Egypt. In an instant, he was standing before the towering pyramids, the golden sand stretching out before him. Here, Oliver met a young scribe named Amara, who taught him how to write hieroglyphics and introduced him to the fascinating world of pharaohs and mummies. With each new adventure, Oliver learned something extraordinary. He visited medieval castles, sailed with pirates, and even saw the future, each trip more exciting than the last. But one evening, as Oliver prepared for another journey, he noticed the teacup was beginning to crack. Concerned, he asked his grandmother about it. Granny smiled gently and said, "Magic comes with a price, Oliver. The teacup has served its purpose, but its magic is fading." Realizing this might be his last adventure, Oliver decided to make it count. He took a deep breath, poured one last cup of tea, and wished to visit the very first day the teacup was made. Moments later, he found himself in a quaint little pottery shop. There, a kindly old potter named Elias was meticulously painting the very same teacup Oliver held. Oliver helped Elias finish the teacup, learning the art and care that went into its creation. Before he left, Elias handed him the freshly painted teacup with a knowing smile. "May it bring you as many adventures as your heart desires," he said. And with that, Oliver was back in his time, holding a brand new teacup. The old one had served its purpose, and now a new one awaited countless adventures.